takes the throwing knife, and they got him surrounded, dead to rights here. He's got the knife in his chest. He's dropped one of his swords, but he's not slowing down. And they're going to get him. They got him. But coming up over the hill, horizon. Up over the horizon, it's
Larry, do you have your 2 coconuts? How come the horse doesn't get to be a person?
Really? Yeah, they do ride horses.
The cat rides a horse?
Yeah, so it's the cat is riding a horse. It's what is her name? Tomiyama. Oh my gosh.
Tomiyama.
What is her name? Tomeame. So Tomeame is coming up over the hill. She's riding this horse very quick. This one was a little bit heartbreaking because I love horses. I'm a horse lover, and
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I got a tattoo on my shoulder of a horse. I know, so it's a silly thing. I regret it, but
wait, you're serious?
I am.
I thought that was a great joke.
And they kill the horse.
Wait, Larry.
Yeah.
I need to know more about this horse.
I'm not gonna put it on the website.
What kind of horse is it?
It's just a profile of a horse. It looks like an old Western playing card.
Okay. It's not like a Black Stallion or like a Clydesdale or.
I can't believe I just told you this.
A horse.
I know. I would never get a tattoo. I made it all up.
That's so funny. What a ridiculous thing to get.
I know. I'll take B2. Yeah, I got B2. So
on my shoulder, like you were playing Twister and you were spinning the board.
Exactly.
On my left foot.
Yeah, I got a left foot tiger and a right shoulder horse. So this is really cool because Tomiyama can really throw down, and I love the part where
They've still never squared off though to see who's stronger.
Right,
whose discipline is stronger.
Yeah, that's a fight that they're going to plan. They're going to spar once they and I think that's just how they're going to it's all going to come down to that.
That's like their teasing. That's like their flirtatious teasing.
Yeah. And when she chops a bow and arrow in half, I think that's just so cool. You just see it come apart.
It's a good move.
Yeah, and she makes quick work of the archers who were about ready to kill Usagi, and then together they get the rest of these guys.
I know it's really late. Like, we've already done a whole podcast on this issue, and we've done at least half of this podcast. But I'm going to change everyone's name just so I can say them.
Catgirl and
Catgirl, Mr. Bunny.
Catgirl and Mr. Bunny. Anyway, so and then they make and then Usagi gives her the letter and says, "This is some incriminating evidence against."
This is some bad news.
Oh, this is some bad news.
It's almost good news because it's like, we found out what the cause of this problem is.
Right.
Only thing is, this is dangerous evidence to have because somebody could just kill us and then nobody will know about it.
Now, I didn't particularly care for these next couple scenes because, how quickly.
Because the panda's too smiley.
No, I love the smiley panda.
It's so smiley. This is bad news.
Yeah, it's good news.
Someone tried to kill him.
Yeah. So, but he's understanding now who tried to kill him.
Yeah, he seems very innocent.
Yeah, and there's that dog again. I love that dog. And so he takes this information to the Shoguns, but the Shoguns aren't taking any visitors. And this fox guy, what is he?
Intermediary. He's a fox, of course.
Yeah, so he is saying, just give me the letter. Yeah, he's sly. Give me the letter. And I don't even feel as though this guy is really... Somebody must have some stuff on him or something. You
don't think he's really that bad?
No, I don't think he's that evil.
You think he's being
manipulated.
Manipulated.
Yeah.
Got a bug in his ear.
Yeah, because he makes a crack at the snake
Yeah, he doesn't like the snake, who's the bad guy who he's having to deal with.
And his name is Hebe.
Yeah, give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I wrote snake, and then I wrote equals snake.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so he takes this letter, and he gives it to the snake guy. And
then the snake guy gives him a forgery, so that way it looks bad.
Yeah, it looks like an obvious forgery.
So then it looks like Panda was trying to be the bad guy to the guy who he was trying to frame.
It's intrigue. It's intrigue.
What kind of animal is the bad guy?
The bad guy is a human.
Oh, okay. Well, human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of the human trying to kill the panda, human got Snake to say, "Hey, I'm the good guy and you're the bad guy."
Right.
That was such a bad explanation. I tried
Well,
to make it real simple.
It is very simple. It's intriguing. It's very well written.
I'm just trying to do the simple version.
Yeah, and the simple broad stroke
they
is
have good words and
yeah.
explain it.
the simple broad stroke is this guy is besmirching this guy's name, and all of this is going to get dropped. There'll be no investigation. It's bogus, and what's the and my boss gets out of trouble. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. And that's the end of the story. I mean,
that's the end of the story, pretty much. Well, they do ride off into the sunset, and they both seem very happy.
Yeah, Usagi and
Cat and Rabbit. Riding on a horse.
Yeah, and so they do plan to have a sparring session, and she's going to ride him to the edge of the town, and eventually
right to the edge of the city. Do you think they kiss?
Oh, I hope so. I already downloaded issue 2, so I'll tell you next week.
Let me know. Yeah, let me know if they end up kissing.
Yeah, all these are free on Comixology Unlimited, so you can find out for yourself.
Maybe I will.
All right,
perhaps I shall.
We already know how James feels about this. He put this at number 11 on his ongoing
tally of the year.
Tally of the year. So that's pretty good. And again, we didn't really go into the art, but we really went into it last week. This is fantastic art. Look at the reeds and the and the bugs coming up out of the
out of animal into peoples.
Yeah, this is just wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff.
Great pick, Larry.
Yeah, I was really happy that I finally jumped on board.
That's one you don't see on the front shelves at the comic book store.
Yeah, it should be there.
Good pick.
Yeah, so we didn't mention that it was it came out in 1986, published by Dark Horse.
Pulling that.
Classic.
Good one, Larry. Classic.
And it was art and story by Stan Sakai. All right, so next week everybody's going to come back for this one. This one is absolutely free on Comixology. It's a graphic novel, but James and I are only going to read up to page 19. I think that's a good stopping point. And
I can manage.
I've flipped through this book, free on Comixology. The book is called My Favorite Thing is Monsters.
Ooh, that's a great title.
Wouldn't a little 10-year-old say
My
that?
My favorite thing is monsters. Yeah, that sounds like...
so
sounds like something
a 10-year-old would say. So this 10-year-old is... I'm going to dial it up here. So the book is written and drawn...
It's like a little kid who wants to who then scares themselves and then lays traps in their house. It's like, oh no, the monster's gonna get me. I better, put marbles all over the floor.
So the story is
the floor with Jello.
Art and story by Emil Ferris. It was published by Fantagraphics. This is on lots of top 10 lists for this last year. It came out in 2016. It's free on Comixology. But that didn't stop me from buying it in physical form from the Amazon, and which I just got to have this. This is just so.
They thought they were going to give it to me for free. I don't think so.
This is
I'm
so
buying it anyway.
This is so cool to look at. So the story here is turmoil during the 60s. A little girl who lives in an apartment building, in the basement apartment, and her neighbor, who is a Holocaust survivor, is killed, and she is going to put this. It's a murder mystery there, and it's all done through her journaling in spiral notebooks.
Oh, interesting.
And the entire and the for real art.
So does it keep the lines?
Yes, the for real art in this is all done with ballpoint pen.
Whoa!
So there's a lot of
Did
darks.
they print it out on notebook paper?
I don't know. I'll get it tomorrow. Amazon Prime.
Oh, that would be interesting. I could see them doing a different kind of texture.
I hope so. It's just it's so freaking cool to look at. I mean, it looks smudgy. It looks dirty. There's cross-hatching up the wazoo. I mean, it is just nuts. Anyway, so I'm excited about this.
It's inspiring to all the people who are, in school with notebooks.
There you go. Yeah.
Like, I could be working right now.
Yeah. So, like I said, like it's set in. So there's all of your classic movie monsters. So far, I've met the werewolf. So nice. I've only read the first couple pages of this, but I know it's just gonna knock my socks off, and it's gonna knock your socks off, and maybe we'll be finding your next favorite comic book. So everybody's gonna come back next week, and thank you for being here this week, and thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm excited about this.
So I was maybe I needed another new comic, but I started reading. Someone recommended to me because I said I like Jonathan Hickman. They're like, oh, he did a great Fantastic Four run.
Did you find it?
Yeah, it's free on Comixology.
Right on.
Yeah, so I'm starting to read that one.
Awesome.
It's pretty good. It's definitely very like multiverse heavy. Okay. But that's good. That's good for me sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, to get on out of there. You know what?
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic. He's a multiverser.
Yeah, right on. That's awesome. Our comic book podcast is working.
It is infecting the minds.
Infecting the minds. That's what we do here. All right, James. I'll see you next week.
All right. See you next week, Larry.
All right. Bye.